What's up YouTube? For tonight's video I have a full electric mouse team. This one a couple of videos back, and I've only just got around to putting these guys together and getting a decent battle with them as well, because let's face it, a lot of them have just been slaughterhouses with this big weakness this team has. Okay, if you'd like me to do a full team of your choice, leave it in the comment section below. There's been a couple of winners as well. I will get to those videos, so if you know you got a high rated comment in the last video or so, there's probably a good chance that I'm going to be doing it in the next one. But if you've got any ideas you'd like to put in the comment section for teams, make sure you put them there. And if you see someone else's idea you like, give it a thumbs up, because I will be putting the highest rated comments to good use, and I will put those teams up. Let's get on to this one anyway. It was quite an interesting battle. Definitely had quite a number of battles with this team, because just the big ground weakness was horrible, and even though I had Emolga, it was still really hard. Okay, so we had a golem lead, Joy, straight up counter to my team. Now I was thinking, well, I definitely don't want stealth rocks or any of that kind on the field, so I just went for taunt there, expecting that, but it tries for a rock polish. I wasn't expecting that. Just thought I'd break it sturdy. What else would Golem have? Even though it's not very effective. Now, the problem with this was I couldn't really swap anything into a Stone Edge at all. So I had to really just sink my little Momo here. There was nothing I could do to him at all, because if I swap another Pokemon in, I was just going to completely destroy them as well. Man, that looks cool when he does Power Up Punch. I like that. It goes into a little ball. So Golem is going to take me out there. But I get the static, which turned out really nice there. As I said, I couldn't swap. My whole team was Electric Mouse. They would have got destroyed by Stone Edge. The taunt does wear off there, but I want to take this thing out. Okay, into Sculpture. I've used this guy a couple of times in a few of my teams. I've got Grass on this thing that absolutely finishes Golem off. That would have just one-shotted it, even if it didn't have Sturdy, I guess, which I'm definitely thinking it does. Okay, now this was the second biggest worry I was worried about. This Persian, because it just outsped. Well, it outsped me. As I said, I just had no checks at all in my team. It was terrible. The only real bulky one I had was Pachirisu in my team. He was more especially defensive, but I had some in health, so it took it rather decently. And frustration there on Persian, interesting. So I take that all right. Actually, I was quite happy with that. I thought, well, what should I do? Should I go for Nuzzle or Sweet Kiss or U-Turn? Or I didn't really go for U-Turn. I thought, well, let's just go for Nuzzle here. That'll be handy. But of course, in comes the Magneton. Now, this was another great little counter to my team. Of course, there's so many counters because it's this Electric Mouse team. But it was really quite challenging to use and fun. So here I thought, well, let's go for... I can either go for a Sweet Kiss here, try and confuse it, or I can just U-turn or Super Fang it. I decided to go for a Sweet Kiss here, and I get a little Confusion Hats. Imagine kissing 3 magnets, that'd be awkward. Okay, so I get the Confusion Hacks anyway. A little bit of Lefty's recovery there, so I'm very tanked out in Special Defense as well, so I took that Tri-Attack pretty well, actually. I was almost going to Assault Vest this, but I wanted to use Sweet Kiss, so I didn't. Okay, so I got a nice little Confusion Hacks there, and I'm able to get a Super Fang off there. Super Fang does half the remaining health of the opponent, so that was nice. I was thinking, well, let's stay in and try it again. I'll get another one off, and I'll likely get a second Confusion Hacks. That was really nice there, so I'm able to get a second Super Fang off there, which is sweet. Now I'm thinking, well, I might just U-turn the hell out of it. That'll be my best bet, really. Or just swap him out. I just did that in case, because I know that this is going to outspeed me. So I went into Minun here. I've got Air Balloon on this because I needed to have Air Balloon just with this bad weakness in case Emolga went down. I get 3 Confusion Hacks in a row. I couldn't have hoped for anything better there. It actually snaps out of Confusion and goes for Tri-Attack again. I'm thinking, maybe this is a Choice Scarf Magneton. It actually outsped me. But anyway, I just finished off with the Grass Knot. That's Magneton down. I'm happy getting rid of that thing as well. That was a good threat to get rid of. Once again, this Persian is just going to come in and wreck my team. There's nothing I can really do at all. I actually lived that one, which was interesting. But that's going to take me out with frustration there, which sucks. Now, I knew that I needed to get a paralysis at least on this Persian to maybe slow it down so I can do some damage to it later on. I do swap in Onut. I knew this was going to be really close and maybe tempt them to go for frustration, which they did, and I do live there with 11 health, which is great. And I'm able to get Nuzzle off there, paralysing the Persian, and if it had Focus Sash, he didn't seem to have Life Orb. I guess the only other item it would carry would maybe Silk Scarf. I can't think of any other items that would be handy on Persian. This sort of set, this little scouting set. So I get the Sweet Kiss off again. I didn't go for Super Fang. I want to get the Confusion up since I had the Confuse Hacks. It's really pretty good. It's pretty hard to get rid of as well. I wanted them to swap so I could just Super Fang whatever comes in. That was my real idea here. So they're going to withdraw. They really have no choice. They don't want to take another hit to themselves. In comes the Parasect. Now, this thing was also a problem, so I couldn't really do much damage. So the best move I had was Super Fang. That did half its health. I was really happy with that. I was able to get this thing off. Now, Parasect always carries Spore, and it's always a tanky little son of a mushroom. So there wasn't much I could do. I had to go for Nuzzle there to paralyze it. That was my best thing, and that's this set's best thing to do. So I can paralyze them and then go for try and go for Sweet Kiss later. But it does get past that and spores my Pachirisu, so that sucks. He's pretty much out of the game. There's nothing I can actually do to this at all. I have Pikachu left now. Pikachu is carrying HP Ice, so that was my best thing against this. Parasect normally builds bulky in defense. He can build it in special events, but most of the time they're there to sponge physical hits, fighting moves especially. Parasect is going to go for Leech Seed on my swap, which is bad. I was really hoping this didn't have Protect, but I was thinking, it's a bit of a wishful thinking, because most Leech Seeders have just Protect and Leech Seed, which is really annoying. Some don't though, but I decided to stay in regardless and go for Hidden Power Ice. That was my best thing I could do against this. Now, I do run into Protect at all, which is great there. Giga Drain is going to take me out, unfortunately, and I didn't get the kill. It would have been nice if I had HP Fire there, but HP Ice is always better than HP Fire on Pikachu, I found personal experience. So, whatever, I got some really nice damage off there on Parasect. I was happy with that. I could come and revenge kill that. Now, this thing I've been wanting to try for ages. This is my Dedenne, my physical Dedenne. I've tried a special one out before, and I want to try a physical one. U-turn Banded, a complete Banded set. That finishes Parasect. And I almost forgot, it might have Effect Spore. It does have Effect Spore, but I had to take the chance anyway, and that's gone, which is really great. Okay, in comes my Plusle now. How comes Kadabra now? This guy was another worry as well. I was like, wow, it's hard. And I get absolutely demolished there by Psyshock. I'm like, well, this is probably the end of the road. This is going to be the best effort I can really do against this team. I swap in Dedenne again. Kadabra is going to go for Psyshock. It's probably got Life Orb with No Gut. And I live with there, and I'm able to get the Retaliate off Bandit. That takes Kadabra out. Wow, I lived. It's probably got the Sheer Force Life Orb set there, or Everlight, but I destroyed it anyway. That was awesome. Out comes the Persian. I didn't really want to burn Dedenne yet because he was so good. Even though this thing was paralyzed, it could still go for a fake out. I was like, well, I might be able to get Pachirisu in. A couple of Parahacks turns, might be able to wake up. Wishful thinking there, down that goes. So my last poke here was my Banded Dedenne. I could go for Wild Charge here. I know there's a War Turtle left, but I just thought, fuck it, let's go for Retaliate. And I get rid of the Persian there. That was great. I was like, yes! There's only one Pokemon left. It's a War Turtle. I'm locked into Retaliate. I know there's no possible way I'm going to be able to take this thing out because it's going to be Everlight, obviously. It does nothing. But that was the closest battle that I've had with this team, and I thought I did pretty well considering all their weaknesses. It was a load of fun as well. I've had lots of battles. This team's got smashed a lot of times, but that was a lot of fun. It was a good little challenge as well, with some different sets. You have to appreciate it's pretty hard to win with some of these teams because they just have a lot of weaknesses and stuff, and you really have to. And you have no checks at all. They're just really squishy, the whole lot of them. But it was really fun. I'll just quickly go for what my team was, if you're wondering. Emolga was just a lead, a Focus Sash lead, had S/T-Bolt, Volt Switch, and Taunt, just handy for leads and stuff. With static as well, so if they do get cocky and go for a physical move, you may be able to get a static off. It can be handy. We've got the light bulb Pikachu there, obviously. The band of Dedenne, that was so good. I was so pleased with that. Pachirisu was awesome as well, tanking a lot of those hits, keeping me in the battle for as long as possible. And of course, Plusle and Minun played their part as well, with their one of them cannon fodder for that deadly Persian. But Persian pretty much screwed my whole team up. That was it. Kadabra didn't help either, and neither did Magneton. But that was how it is, and it was a good fun battle. If you've got a team you'd like me to do in the comments, leave it in there. If you like someone's idea, make sure you click thumbs up on their comment. I will be doing the highest rated comments, and I always go through them and read them as well. There's been some really great ideas, so keep putting them out there, guys. I really enjoy your feedback as well. That's about it for this video. Peace out.